Okay, I hope it's audible now. Okay, so hello everyone. My name is Aditya Jain. I welcome you all to your favorite channel. Okay, in today we are going to talk about something which is the most important at the current moment, which is a 6 months plan for the GATE 2027. Okay, and I would say that this is the last attempt for the GATE 2027. What I mean by that is this is the last thing you can do in order to save your GATE 2027 to crack the GATE exam. Okay, so what exactly are we going to discuss? We are going to discuss a step-by-step roadmap about how you can utilize the remaining time to still score a all India rank under 10. So first of all, how many of you are here to secure an all India rank under 10? That is one digit rank. How many of you here are targeting that? How many of you over here are targeting that an all India rank of under 10? Yes, you are. Okay, so you are at the right place at the right time. I'm saying that because this is the last attempt you can think of. Okay, this is the last strategy you can think of. After this, it will be too less time to even think of getting a under 10 rank. Okay, and second thing, I will mix my own experience. Okay, so when I was a BTech final year student, I secured all India rank 60 in my first attempt with around 6 to 7 months of GATE preparation. And I will give you guidance with my own experience as well as the trends. Okay, so let's have a look at the overall roadmap. So this 6 months roadmap we have divided into 4 parts. Each of those parts are like missions that you need to conquer one by one in order to conquer the actual goal. Okay, so what we have done is we have broken down the 6 months into first 2 months, then next 2 months, then 1 month, and then 1 month. Okay, so this is the breakage that we have. Okay, now in the first 2 months, your focus should be on building. But what do you need to build? You need to build the concepts, guys. You need to build the core subjects that will help you crack the GATE exam. Now, many students leave previous year questions for the end. Trust me, how many of you have seen that trend? Okay, and trust me, that is the worst thing you can ever do. Don't leave previous year questions for the end. I have so many students who reach out to me last year. Sir, I have left previous year questions, but sir, now only 15 days are left for the GATE exam. What should I do? And I'm like, why were you waiting for the last 15 days? Okay, so please don't fall into that category, guys. Learn from the mistakes of others. You should never leave anything for the last 15-20 days. Okay, so the right time to solve previous year questions it is now. Okay, you have to solve previous year questions as soon as you're done with a particular subject. Now, any guess how many times I have solved previous year questions? Any guess? Random guess. How many times have I solved previous year questions? 3 times. Okay, I have solved previous year questions 3 times. Every previous year questions I have solved 3 times at least. Okay, so there was a previous year question book and I have went through that book 3 times. But again, this is something which I would recommend you, but at least 2 times you should target. Okay, so the first 2 months is all about covering all the concepts, okay, and solving the previous year questions. Now the next 2 months are about completing the syllabus and jumping onto the revision. Okay, now at least 3 revisions is what I would suggest for under 10 rank. And remember, whatever guidance I'm sharing with you, it is not for random rank. What are we targeting? Like everything that we are discussing in today's session, what is our ultimate target? Is it just to somehow qualify the GATE exam? It is somehow to just randomly get some marks or rank? No, not at all. Okay, it is to actually get a under 10 rank. Okay, it is to actually get a under 10 rank, dosto. And we can get under 10 rank if we follow the right strategy. Okay, because it is all about strategy. Everyone studies. Okay, like I teach so many students, but not all of them will be performing the same. The reason being, not everyone has implemented the right strategy. Okay, so you need to focus on syllabus and revision, because if you don't revise something, it is as good as you have not studied it. Okay, and don't leave anything for the last month. In last month, you should only revise the frequently asked thing, like formulas, like your short notes. But before that, your target should be to complete the syllabus. Tell me honestly, how many of you are done with at least 70% of the syllabus? At least. At least 70% of the syllabus at present. Because it is like mid-July is very near, mid-August is very near, sorry. Okay. So are you done with at least 70% or at least 65 to 70% of the GATE syllabus in your respective branches? If not, it's time to hurry up. It's time to be serious. Okay. So please get started and please plan to be get done with the revision. Okay. Now, month 5 is all about testing your knowledge. Okay. So here you will test, you will give the subject wise test and you will give the mixed subject test, like multiple subject test. Okay. So this will test your knowledge about how well you are able to implement whatever you have studied. Okay. And then finally, month 6 is to perform. Okay. Here you have to give the mock test and the final revision. Now, which type of mock test do we need to give? We need to focus on specifically the full length test. We need to focus on the full length test. Okay, that's the kind of a mock test that we need to appear for. Full length test. Okay, so full length test you cannot apply until and unless you are done with all the subjects and multiple revisions of it. Okay, so it's a chain. You have to follow the chain. You have to follow the step by step process. Okay, and finally, concept is first of all concept, then questions, then speed, and then rank. Because trust me, it is not just about speed, it is about accuracy as well. When I appeared for the GATE exam, I had a negative marking of only minus 0.66. Okay, like my marks. Okay, my marks were, just to inspire you, I am telling. Okay, my marks were 77.33 out of 100. Okay, and this helped me get All India rank 60. Okay, so again, there is no such rule. Okay, every year the marks can be different for All India rank 60. But what I'm trying to tell you is that high accuracy is as equally important as speed. Okay, that's something you need to remember. Now, month 1 and 2, the first 2 months is all about building the right concepts. Okay, so core subjects first. Now, when I say core subjects, for computer science students, it can be operating system, it can be DSA, okay, it can be computer networks, COA, like that. Okay, for electrical, mechanical, there could be respective subjects. Okay, so concept, same day questions, same day. So if you have studied something at the evening, okay, like after a gap, just test your knowledge on that topic. If not, go and purchase the previous year question topic wise book that we have prepared for you. There you have topic wise bifurcation of every subject. Okay, so as soon as you are done with a particular topic, please go and check that, please go and solve it. Okay, okay, so topic wise previous year questions you can start applying, and you have to create micro notes on the way. Why micro notes on the way? Because it is not going to be possible for you to again and again revise everything. Okay, so that's why you need to be prepared with micro notes so that you can revise towards the end of the uh, preparation time. So, like, let's say there will be around 10 days left for your GATE preparation. So you will have to have short notes so that you can revise them to crack the GATE exam with under 10 rank. Okay. And finally, subject level tests. Okay. So the more subject level tests you give, the more confidence you will get. Okay. Because it is like a divide and conquer problem. Okay. If the topics are clear, your subject will be clear. If the subjects are clear, your GATE exam will be clear. That's the simple process. Okay, it's a top down approach. If this is clear, this will be clear, this will be clear, this will be clear. Okay? So that's why you should also appear for topic wise as well as subject wise test. Topic wise previous year questions. Okay? Every topic previous year questions, if you are clear, it will strengthen that topic, and then multiple topics will strengthen the subject, and multiple subjects will help you crack the GATE exam. As simple as that. Okay? So target is to study less sources, solve more question. Okay? Because remember that GATE exam is all about problem solving. It is not just about theory. We are not in any college exam dosto. Okay? And lecture marathon is a complete no. Okay? Don't just keep watching the lectures. I see so many students who binge watch lectures. Can you relate with this dosto? Can you relate with this dosto? Okay? Many of you binge watch the lectures. Today I will watch 12 hours of lecture and I'll complete our subject. But in those 12 hours, you have not practiced anything. You have not consumed anything valuably. Okay? You have just listened to someone speaking and you have considered that as you have studied. Okay? But study doesn't happen that way. It needs active involvement. Okay? So please do that. Chalo. The next phase is about completing the subjects. Okay? So new plus old together. So finish remaining subjects, like whichever subjects were not able to be done in the phase 1 should be done in phase 2. Okay. Revise the completed subjects. The subjects which you are done with, you need to revise them. Because unless and until you don't revise, you will not be able to recall them. I hope you are clear. Unless and until you don't revise, you will not be able to recall them. What is the meaning of recall? That means you should be able to look at the question and you should get the concept. Okay, this question is based on this concept. And trust me, when I had a lot of practice, I was able to do that. Like in exam, when I was thinking of a particular topic, I was seeing my entire notes in my head. Okay? I was able to visualize my entire notes because I've studied them so many times that I was able to actually visualize that this sentence I had written here. That kind of a preparation was needed, dosto. Okay? Chalo. Previous year question round 2. So as you have already solved the previous year questions, okay, now you have to give another attempt to the previous year questions, okay, because as I told you that the previous year questions are to be solved 3 times at least, okay. Then timed practice, okay, and time practice is nothing but your mock tests, okay. Mock tests are the best way to do timed practice because it helps you solve questions in a very I would say timed manner, that means under pressure, okay. And few fix weak topics. So you need to fix the weak topics dosto. What does that mean? That means not just only focus on what you're good at, you should focus more on what you're bad at, because ultimately you can get under 100 rank, under 10 rank only when you're good at everything, okay. Okay, so smart split would be 70% new and 30% revision. Always revision should be there. Okay, and never let an old subject become new again. What does that mean? That means if you don't revise, you will forget almost everything about a subject. Okay, you will not even remember what have you studied, even if you have studied it or not. Nothing will be remembered. Okay, chalo. So month 5 is all about testing your knowledge. Okay, so now stop studying like a student. Okay, switch to exam mode. So gone are those days about consuming. It is all about applying. You need to apply your knowledge over here. Okay, so subject test, mixed test, speed practice, test analysis, full length mock, everything. Okay, everything you have to do dosto. Everything you have to do. Okay, you can't leave any test. You can't leave any topic. Okay, everything you have to do. Okay, so what is the formula of the test? First apply for first give the test, then understand what errors you have done, what has went wrong. Okay, and after that fix those error and then give the retest. So what is this fix? This fix is all about revision. Okay, Whichever topic you have made mistake at, go back, revise it, and then come back and give the next test. Okay, don't keep giving test without revision, because if you don't revise, you will not be having the right amount of knowledge to appear for the next test. Okay, so please do revise. So marks will go down. Don't panic, you have to diagnose. Okay, like every other topper, you will see the same pattern. Their marks have dropped very consistently. Okay, but you don't have to panic. You have to understand ki what went wrong and you need to wake up and work over it. Okay, so month 6 is also about rank mode. Okay, so no resource hunting. Now gone is that time ki sir, where should I study this from? Sir, should I also study that? Sir, should I also study this notes? Sir, should I also consume that test series? Don't fall for that trap. Okay, that time is gone. You need to stay focused. Okay, so only 4 weapons are needed: short notes, previous year questions, error book, mocks. What is error book? Error book is a book where you have maintained all the past mistakes that were made. Okay, all the past mistakes that you have done, all things that have went wrong, that is what you have to store in this book. Okay, so final loop is revise, then mock, then analyze, then repair, and then repeat. Keep repeating the process, guys. I know it's boring, but only boring things bring success. Remember that. Okay, because boring things very few people can do, and that's what brings success to you. Okay, chalo, target is fewer mistakes every test. That's the only target. The target should not be no mistakes, because that's unavoidable. The target should be to reduce down the mistakes with every test, with every set of practice. Okay, chalo, what is the daily system? Okay, learn a particular concept. Okay, then apply the previous year questions, retain via revision, and test and check your performance. Okay, and keep repeating this. Okay, because these are the only thing that will help you. Okay, so on daily basis you have to keep doing these things. Okay, every day you have to touch upon these elements, because you are in the stage 4 year. Okay, and in stage 4 you have to work on every aspect. Okay, if you don't revise, it will be very soon that the subject that you have studied will look very new to you. Okay, and you will not even understand ki why. Okay, you will not have any idea about it. Okay, so daily dashboard. Okay, questions, accuracy, and errors. So obviously they are inversely proportional. Okay, if the more questions you solve, the accuracy will be higher and error will be lower. That's the basic expectation. Okay, and that will happen provided you actually practice a lot. It takes a lot of practice, guys. Like when I used to attempt gate exam, I told you I used to see the exact statements where it was written in my notes, and this happened because of multiple revisions. Multiple revisions were needed. Okay, so don't track only hours studied. Quality over quantity. Okay, don't just say ki sir, but I have studied these many hours. It doesn't matter, dosto. What matters is how well you have studied in those many hours. Okay, that is what is important. Chalo, so concept clarity, okay, multiplied by previous year mastery, multiplied by revision, multiplied by test analysis. Now why multiplication? I could have written addition. Can someone explain why I have written multiplication here? I could have written addition. Yeah, guys, don't worry. Soon I will be bringing the crash course. Don't worry. Okay. It's a crash course on YT, please. Yeah. Soon we will be getting you the crash course. Don't worry. Okay. So we are multiplying these dosto, because if any of them goes to 0, the entire thing becomes 0. Okay, that's the meaning of it. So if you don't do even one of these, like you don't even do revision, the chances of getting the 10 rank is almost zero. Okay? Because if you don't revise, it's as good as you have not studied anything. Okay, so please remember that. So not about more books, it's about more revision. It's not about more test, it's about better test analysis. It's not about random hard work, it is about something which you can repeatedly do, something which you can create a system out of. Okay, many people focus on, sir, I will give 100 tests. That's good, but if you are not properly analyzing what you have done in a test, okay, if you're not spending time analyzing your mistakes, then the test is of no use, trust me, because you will not learn anything out of it. Okay, so please keep this in mind, it's very very important. Okay, so that's pretty much about it, guys. This is all the concepts I wanted to share with you. Okay, so always remember that create a daily plan. Okay, so see, your monthly plan should be there. Okay, like month 1, month 2, and so on up till month 6. Okay, now each month is roughly divided into week 1, week 2, week 3, and week 4. Okay, almost 4 weeks are there in a month. Okay, and then every week can be divided into day 1, day 2, and so on up till day 7. And this is what we call as divide and conquer. The ones who are from computer science background, you might have studied divide and conquer from me. Okay, so divide and conquer is all about divide the problem into smaller sub problems and then achieve smaller sub problems to achieve the larger problem. And I am telling you this from my own experience. I still have the diary in which I maintained my daily schedule, in which I have written what I am going to study today, and it has helped me wonders. I can't even tell you how useful that it is. Okay, so if you do the best on day 1, okay, so whatever is your monthly target, that I want to cover 5 subjects, okay, divide those 5 subjects into 4 weeks. Let's say subject 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that, or let's say 4 subjects, so 1 subject per week, and divide that 1 subject into, let's say, 6 days, because 1 day as a buffer. Okay, so that's how any study plan should be made. Okay, with the proper buffer. Okay, with the proper buffer, because there will be delays, you will miss on certain days due to health issues, god forbid, okay, due to some family function, whatever. Okay, so always have a buffer in place so that your schedule doesn't get impacted, and your focus should be on just conquering the day. Your focus should be on just conquering the day 2. Your focus should be on just conquering the day 3. If you keep conquering the day by day, automatically you will conquer the week, and if you have conquered the weeks, automatically you would have conquered the months, and your gate preparation will be done. Okay, so please follow this plan, dosto, and that's pretty much about it. So this is the official community for the great Wallah. Okay, it's completely for free. You can be a part of it. You can be a part of the computer science and IT Telegram community. Again, all the Telegram communities are completely for free. You can join it. Okay, and you can be a part of my Telegram community where we discuss algorithm, AI, okay, your digital logic, lots of things, previous year questions. So please be a part of it. Okay, I will get a site, you can scan it or you can take a screenshot. Okay, next, not just for these branches, okay, you can be a part of this whole entire ecosystem depending on your branch. So you can be a part of a civil engineering batch, Telegram. You can be part of the chemical. You can have a part of the CS and DA specific Telegram community, mechanical and electrical, electronics and instrumentation. Okay, so whichever you want to join, whichever is most relevant to you, you can be a part of it. Then you can be a part of the official Gatewala Telegram community. Okay, and you can be a part of the Gatewala English community, because as you are watching this in English, so if you want that language barrier should not be there, so you can be specifically part of the English community. Okay, Remember, all of them are completely for free. Okay, so if anyone asks you for money, please don't give it to them. Okay, this is completely for free. So that's pretty much about it, guys. Thank you so very much. I really hope that this discussion added value to you, and I really hope that most of your queries are automatically answered. Okay, okay. Sir, please bring Super 1500 series. Yes, we will do that. Sir, crash course on YouTube, please. Yes, everything will be done, guys. Okay, as always, we will provide you with the maximum possible preparation. Okay, so don't worry, just stay tuned, and more importantly, please start applying whatever I have discussed today. So after this session, please on the comments let us know what are your takeaways from this. My name is Aditya Jain, and I wish you all the best. Goodbye and take care. Thank you.